We're live.
From Raleigh, North Carolina, it's Jay and Jack's Ramble Cast, a podcast about movies, television, games, music, sports, and anything else we want to talk about. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Ramble Class. It's Nick's birthday, and he's not here. It's the best gift he could ever have given us. It's so much fun to be back. It's Jay and Jack's Ramble Cast.
That was cool.
Wow.
Ouch. Ouch.
Hello.
Sure, that might be your best one yet.
I think so. Yes, happy birthday to Nick. Is that why he's not here? Is it because he's celebrating his birthday? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I thought he had to work or something. I don't know.
Working on your birthday? What the fuck is that about? It's fucked up.
He's done it for
It's what
1,000
adults
years.
do.
I usually take that off. It's my birthday.
Sorry.
What's going on?
I don't have
Banging
birthday
with,
privilege.
who's messing with shit? I can hear it.
We're
Do you hear it?
It's that guy.
Who? You? Jack, stop messing with the mic.
It's not me. Matt.
It's like somebody's moving fucking pipes.
I'm
across-
not doing anything. I'm just sitting here.
Okay. It's
2 minutes
Hey,
into the show.
Fuck you.
Mo-
Hey, you're just
moving
you're
these
just a
pipes
guest.
across, you know.
Shut the fuck up. You're just a guest.
Yeah.
Just a guest. I'm the producer. I decide what noise can be made and what noise can't be made.
I guess so. Hey, how are you doing, everyone? I've missed you all.
Nah, bullshit.
Merry Christmas,
you.
happy.
Yeah.
We invited
Happy
you.
holidays.
We invited you 2 weeks ago, and you said, "Fuck it, I'm tired."
Well, yeah, that I was tired. I needed a break, but
Was
this
that
week-
the time that you didn't invite me?
I sent you a note. I sent it to the Facebook thing.
I feel like I haven't seen Chris for an
Oh, the
entire month.
Facebook thing. Oh, I mean,
So-
the messenger? You didn't. I actually specifically checked. I was not on the messenger.
Chris, I
Well,
don't think you
how
have your
did you-
microphone selected. By the way, I think you're using like your
Oh.
computer mic or something.
Well,
That sound
time out here.
as
Time out
sultry as
here.
usually.
I do the same thing. I just posted to the thread. You're not part of that thread.
Hold on. Hello?
That's better. That's better.
Blow off that mic.
Just
I got a new mic for Christmas, and it glows.
ooh, look at that. Oh, and it's one that lights up. That's
Yeah.
cute.
Oh, that's
That's
sweet.
fun.
And it's got a volume control.
Oh,
If you can notice a difference here, but
Oh, I can.
I'm messing with the dials here.
yeah.
So,
Very nice.
Colleen, I'm
Colleen,
sure you missed it.
If you show up on time, Colleen, then you hear the singing intro. Jesus Christ.
if I move this around, does it sound like I'm moving pipe?
No, I think it was actually Boston because I think he had the Mac mic on, and that thing picks up everything. Versus,
Oh, so say you're
actual mic.
sorry, Matt, that it wasn't me.
but in fairness, if it was gonna be somebody, it would be you.
Really? I mean,
No,
He's kinda
Jack.
the-
It would be Jack, not you, Matt.
that guy.
This
But I wasn't even moving.
okay.
It's
What
time
do
to
you-
move
what do you-
on, gentlemen.
Yeah, what have you all been up to? Like, what's
I know,
been going
Jay,
on?
you've been here for 5 minutes and already the people are fighting.
Well, no, I just it's like I haven't seen you all in a while, and I'm just checking in.
You know, the
Yeah,
holidays
it's been
were.
a few weeks.
I had
A
a
month for you, Chris.
Yeah, what did you get
You're not
for? What'd
invited.
you get for Christmas, Matt? What'd you get? The mic. That's what you got. Anything
I got
else?
the mic. The surprise gift for me this
Okay.
year was a 3D printer.
Oh,
Chris,
nice.
I felt like texting
Welcome to
you
the
at some
club,
point.
my friend.
Yeah, because I was wondering what model you have, what brand, what you got there.
Yes. I have the Ender 3 V2.
Ender 3 V2. Okay,
Mm.
I've got an Anycube or Anycubic
Nice.
or something. So it's a
Fun.
Cobra. So it's been
Nice
laying
analog.
pipe.
Is that the name of it? Let's just call it. That's the name of the
Where's Lane Pipe?
episode.
Where's Lane Pipe?
Well, no, I mean it kind of leads this bead. Like I don't have an infusion. I don't have a resin. Mine's, the drippy. I think that's what yours is, right?
Yeah.
Yours is thread. So I've been playing around with it. It's, getting the perfect temp. And then some things, on different print molds, you're like, oh, this didn't turn out.
Earthquake.
But mine looks very similar. My thread's on the side, not at the top. So, but It makes
You're a side sweater.
very, very similar. It's got the print pad on the side there, and the figuring out that, Chris, as a 3D printer yourself now, getting that Z ratio seems to be kind of an important thing. Like if that's off a little bit.
How about the J ratio? He's literally sleeping on the microphone.
What?
Right
Oh,
now.
I think we found something more boringer than Lego talk. But go ahead.
Oh, come on. We haven't even gotten.
No,
to
hold on,
Lego
because they
talk.
were using the Z thread to make the B threads, and
Oh, talking about the Z axis offset.
The Z offset.
Oh,
Getting that
sorry.
Z offset.
you don't want to get
I
your
said
Z axis
sprocket,
off,
not
you know.
socket.
You can testify to this. Like if that's off a little bit, it can mess up. It can fuck with.
Yeah,
your
you know, I always say you got to
entire
have a good
day.
X-axis, you know.
Yeah, it's true.
My son-in-law got one.
Oh,
Nice.
He's doing all kinds of things, I guess. If I was younger, it would probably be something I would get.
No, they seem really cool. They really do. I mean, I've
Yeah,
seen
It's a lot of fun.
there's a couple people at the Raleigh flea market that like sell their wares, their 3D printed wares, and they keep getting this stuff keeps getting cooler and
Are they
cooler.
still
For sure.
called flea markets?
Yeah, flea market, swap meets, you know, they're all the same.
Okay.
it's
All right.
it's kind of cool too. Like for my son who has Lego trains and what have you. Like your track is very limited, and so what you can do on the 3D printer, you can create some different things, or there's some different pieces that you just can't get in Lego sets, like this type of an X cross thing.
Yeah.
So
So you're building
Awesome.
a legal Lego sets?
well, you can get different curves too, because they only sell one style of
We
curve.
call it
Yes.
third party
Oh, okay.
So
in the toy community.
yeah,
Okay.
I mean,
But it's legal. I mean,
It's not.
some builders would be like, oh, you
Actually,
can't.
Wait,
But-
it is with Lego. It is because it's public domain or something like that. So anybody can make a brick thing. You just don't know the. You don't have the exact mix of whatever their plastic is. That you can't
Right.
do, but you can make a brick something.
it's nobody has cracked that code. It's not on the
No,
internet
like
anywhere,
it's
really.
well, one, I think it's kind of expensive, the
Mhm.
plastic they use. And two, no one has matched it. Anytime
And-
another company does like Lego bricks, they're never as nice as Lego.
And most
Legos
people,
are.
most Lego builders, they want to use Lego, but for something like the track, you're really, really limited as to like you've got straight, you've got one curve, and you've got the
Mhm.
wiggly track, and that's it.
Yeah.
You don't have any type of cross plates. So certain things like that, or different things that I've found. I mean, it's been fun. I've been noodling with it. What is amongst the rest of you gentlemen your surprise gift, or maybe something that you were?
I got an iPad, and I believe Boston was helpful and
I mean, I don't know. Maybe.
I look at that. You're right there. There you go.
Ooh,
But yeah, I got
Black
an
Mirror.
iPad Mini. And I'm liking it so far. I haven't had an iPad since the first one. But we're
Is it
going. Go ahead.
an iPad Mini, is that like an iPhone Jumbo?
Kind of. But I have a 13-inch MacBook Pro. But the thing is, like on planes and stuff, it's a little too big to fit on the.
Especially now that the seats are smaller. The trays are
Exactly. So
smaller,
this a
and when
13-inch.
when someone leans back, you go.
Yeah.
You
It's
gotta
like a
pull your
13-inch laptop used to be perfect for airplanes, but now this thing is too big. So we're going to
It's going to be eventually your phone is going to be too small.
probably.
Right.
But we're going to Italy in February for Colleen's 40th birthday.
Oh,
nice. And
Lucky you.
I want.
Wait, what am I doing that week?
You're watching my kids. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
that's right. Okay, I knew I was doing something.
But yeah, so I wanted something to be able to pass the time. I had a Kindle and Colleen stole my Kindle, which I think she's using right
hold
now.
on, wait, time out. Pass
Yeah.
the time. I mean, you're with your wife.
No, I'm saying on the plane ride.
You can't talk to her. You can't.
It's a long plane ride. It's like 8 hours or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot. So having to talk to her for 8 hours would be just a chore.
my
I mean, have you met my wife?
my wife.
But do people actually talk to each other on the plane though?
I
No,
don't. I don't
that's
talk to
not a thing.
anybody.
You get in the zone and you just try to like.
It's like going to the movies. You go into
Yeah.
a room and you just shut up and you
Yeah,
pay attention
I
to
agree.
what's going on in front of you.
Is-
Russ used to talk to you. I mean, if you remember Russ from Three Stupid Guys, he'd literally be sitting there watching. You're watching your movie. This is back in the day when you had the little DVD players.
Sure,
And
yeah.
He'd be hitting you and pointing to a scene. I'm going. I just go like this. Leave me alone. And he'd do it the whole fucking. Then he was the one that brought binoculars on the plane. I go, the fuck do you have binoculars for? So I can look out
Watching
the window and
somebody
see
else's
things.
movie.
No, he brought it so he could look out the window and see things. I go, we're flying at night.
Well, now it's fun because so many planes have the little TV screens in them and stuff like that. And it's always fun, like if it's a red eye or something in the middle of the night, just kind of glancing and seeing what other movies people are watching and seeing like people watching smut films and shit like that on the plane. I'm like, really? In the middle of a plane?
I had that happen once by accident. I was watching I was watching the movie.
Or
No, I was watching this movie. It was about the 2008 crash and how it how it happened, how it was years in the making,
sure,
and stuff like that. And there was some nude sex scene. I'm like going,
oh,
I'm sitting next to a kid, and I'm like going, I go, well,
dirty old man.
Sorry. Well, they shouldn't be showing that movie.
Scrub.
They shouldn't be. I couldn't fast forward. It was on the. It was a plane.
There's scrub it usually. There's a little,
scrub. Well, I wasn't fast enough to react.
Jack was scrubbing it for sure.
Scrubbing something else.
It was a quick scene. Probably took about 4 minutes.
Scrubbing one out. Hey,
I was laying pipe. But yeah. So I mean, things like that. Sometimes it's not your fault.
No, I understand. But anyway, so I got this bad boy. 256 gigs. Download the entire Office series on here. I got a bunch of movies on here.
Nice.
Plus, it's my first time using the Apple Pencil, and it's really cool. I really dig it. I got this app called Good something. Hold on, what is it called?
Good Body.
Good Notes. Good Notes. And there's all these you can make all these little different notebooks for all these different things, which is nice. And yeah, it's neato.
Sherry says, Jay, if you need so many tips, she lived in Italy for 3 years. So if you need to know where the good pizza places are.
Where are the prostitutes? Maybe Sherry knows. I don't know.
He's not going to Amsterdam
for 3 years.
Right?
Like we're going to. I believe we're starting in Venice, and then we're going to Bologna, which I saw in the film we saw this past week.
That's right. Yes, I kept saying
Ferrari.
So I'm already. We might as well talk about it.
I'm ready to speak the language when I go to Italy.
I thought it was.
I'm going to Venice.
I thought it was
did the movie prep you?
It did prep me for all of the fucking and yelling at each other. I mean, really, it was just.
Where are the girls from the White Lotus? That's what you need to find out.
Season 2. Where are they at?
But it was just so funny because Ferrari is this.
It's kind of. Can I say something though? It's kind of rare that you see Italian people arguing and fighting. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Okay.
Being married to someone who's Italian.
Yeah.
And the first time I met her family was for Thanksgiving. Was it Thanksgiving dinner? I don't know. It was the brother, the mother, and the grandmother, my wife, and they're literally just yelling at each other for like 2 hours. And I'm like going, what am I doing here?
What I love is the beginning, because basically Ferrari's kind of he sleeps around or whatever, right? And
well, he's got a license to sleep around.
I guess his wife's like, as long as you are home by whatever.
It's Laura Ferrari, who's played by Penelope Cruz, who looks just like they could be twins. Penelope Cruz and Laura Ferrari could be twins.
Okay, they both don't look like either of them, but whatever.
It's like I go, all right, where did they get her?
Well, the opening scene pretty much is him coming back and her being pissed that he's not back in time for when the maid gets there. Something that's their deal.
Well, because she's having to answer the phone and answer questions.
Yeah. So he gets there and then she takes out a gun and like shoots it next to him or whatever. And I'm just like, God, this hits so close to home. I feel like this is just a normal morning. In my household.
It's just like I wasn't shocked.
But it was Michael Mann movie. If you like Michael Mann. And I don't know, it was pretty cool.
I knew nothing about it going in, but I thought everything was really good except for one scene where you can tell it was a dummy, not a dumb person, but it was a dummy in the scene because the way it was bouncing around. You're like going, okay, all that money you spent on this movie, I mean, you matched up Penelope Cruz and Laura Ferrari to the T, and
So I didn't know what you meant by at first when you said that. So I googled and like Jesus Christ. Talk about.
We'll pull it up right now. Dude.
But it's funny because I knew what Laura Ferrari looked like before I went to the movie.
Holy smokes.
I knew it, and I knew what Ferrari himself looked like. So I'm sitting there, I go, okay, this is Penelope
Well, Adam Driver's in
Cruz.
it too, right?
Yeah, Adam Driver. He plays
Ferrari.
Enzo Ferrari. Is that his name?
Enzo Ferrari. Yep.
Yeah.
Enzo Ferrari.
You sure it's
And
Lara Ferrari? I'm not finding it.
It's Laura.
Laura Ferrari. And I'm like I go, wait a minute. Is she supposed to be playing Laura Ferrari?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not seeing it,
off.
but it's I'm not trying to be mean, but it's
It's
just
a movie. You gotta add some sex appeal to it or something.
I get it, but come on. I mean, I get it.
Here, I'm sharing it now. People that are watching live right now, you can put it up on the screen there. There you go. No, the Cruz.
Twins,
Huh?
Twins. And what is she? The blue bonnet? Is she the the original blue bonnet butter person?
No, it's Little
Everything
Debbie
better
when she
with
grew
blue
up.
bonnet on.
You couldn't have picked a more like disparate two pictures too. Whoever
Right.
put these two
And
together.
they really they're really right here in Penelope Cruz. They're kind of making her. I mean, they're not making her out to be. They're kind of. What am I?
Yeah,
trying
they
to
dried
say?
out her lips. Her lips look dry.
Exactly. That's what it was. So,
Sure. Yeah.
Anyway.
But
it's a really good movie. It's great storytelling and
yeah, it was
And
actually
like,
really
Jack said, twins.
twins and the
And
twins.
I don't know why. It just seems so funny.
The only one that looks alike is the one who's the race car driver that may or may not not McDreamy.
Oh,
His girlfriend that was in 8. It was in 11.
60. Oh, okay. She looks like her.
60.
Yeah.
She. That's the only people. The only person that looks like the person that was.
I think
McDreamy kind of looks like, I guess, the guy he was playing, but
there's this quote by Aaron Sorkin, because Aaron Sorkin has made a couple based on true story movies and stuff. And there's a quote I like by him where it's something to the effect of, I'm like a painter getting an impression of the feeling of the scene. I'm not trying to get it exact thing.
I get what he's saying. Look, if I hired ugly people, nobody's going to come see the movie. Am I right? Am I right?
Well,
yeah.
I'm just saying it's but the prettiest thing was the Ferrari itself.
Oh, the Ferrari.
It was like I was like, oh, that's nice.
Every one of them. They must have been replicas, right? They weren't real ones that they were crashing.
No, I mean, I think I heard Adam Driver talk about this on maybe Conan, where he was talking about the actual Ferrari being there and
really?
what he was able to and just how expensive it was, and I think he had the opportunity to sit in it and he was like, no, I'm good, or something like that.
He's too tall to sit in one because he's 10 feet tall. I don't think he's too big for one of those cars.
I think he's 6'4". So yeah.
But God, yeah, those. I mean, is that the prettiest car?
Yeah,
Those
I've
original
always been. I'll never have one, but I've always been a fan. Jay said, "Well, you still have time." I go, "No,
you never know. You never know." I mean,
well, they make those kit ones. Why don't you just get a replica one so it looks like it? Just
I don't want.
it.
I want a real one. And especially when I used to watch Magnum PI. Who didn't want a Ferrari?
Yeah,
be a
the
detective
80s
with a
Ferraris
red
are cool.
Ferrari. That's undercover.
Yeah, the 80s Ferraris are awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
wanted one.
I got a Matchbox version of one right here.
There you go.
Yeah, hold on.
But those ones back, it was the 50s, right? That they had that. It was just a sweet looking car. It was like
rear
my
engine,
God, they're
sweet ride.
sweet ride.
Sick ass car. But I would still go the 50s style one.
I'd go. I like the 80s. I like the Magnum PI one.
Nice zoom in feature there that you got. So
it's iPhone, whatever the hell it's called.
Would you recommend people go see the movie?
I would give it 4 fingers up. That's my thoughts about it. Or maybe 2 thumbs up. But no, I did. Okay, I saw a lot of movies this past week, Christmas week. So I saw Ferrari. I saw Wonka.
Well, you forgot you saw Ferrari.
That's how many movies I saw. That was the first one I saw. So it was Ferrari, Wonka, Aquaman, and Godzilla -1.
Ooh, okay.
You said you're going to take me, but you didn't.
I tried to, and you're like, no. I was like, oh, maybe I'll be available. I don't know.
No,
I settled on Ferrari.
In fact, I ended up taking you to Ferrari.
I know, exactly. You took me to Ferrari, but I guess you should have gone to Godzilla because it was incredible. You would have really liked it.
Didn't Nick see that as well?
Godzilla -1.
Nick hated it.
No, he didn't.
I know. I'm just kidding.
He shouldn't have because it was incredible. But so in order, I saw Ferrari. It was good. Then we saw Wonka. And for anybody that's a big fan of the Paddington movies, Paul King, the director of those films, directed this movie.
Oh, okay.
And
I thought it looked stupid. Plus, wasn't what's his name?
Timothy Chalamet.
No, the play the Oompa Loompa, cranky guy. Grant.
Hugh Grant.
He hated it. He himself.
He plays kind of persnickety in interviews. He was amazing. He was great. Okay,
he always plays that way in interviews. I mean, he's just
that's his kind of vibe now. But he's great every single time. He was great in Paddington 2. He was great in
he's
Dungeons
a great
and
actor.
Dragons.
He was stupid though. He was dating Elizabeth Hurley, and then
I'm sure he's doing fine.
Well, I don't know.
Have you seen Elizabeth Hurley's Instagram? Like all she does is post bikini photos.
I know. I hate that. But I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead, Boston.
No, I'm saying that. But he went. Remember, he brought up that prostitute that turned out to be.
That was at his height.
I'm just saying he was dating Elizabeth Hurley.
Could have had anyone.
This is Jack. Of course, he's going to bring up something from 20 years ago.
Well,
I'm just 25 years ago.
I'm just saying.
More like 30 years ago now. I mean, really,
it is. That's what I'm saying. That's how old these jokes are. This was like shit that we had in 2005.
It's not a fucking joke. It's serious. I mean,
okay. Anyway, Wonka. Now, I feel like we can all agree prequels, like it's overdone. It's so boring. Like I don't need to know why Wonka became Wonka. I don't need to know why whatever fucking character we love from some movie became that character, right? It's overdone, it's overbaked. Like, move on.
Can I say so? I personally like movies like that, but that's okay.
Oh, really? But name like one that's done it well recently.
That one Hugh Grant did where he picked up the prostitute.
So anyway,
it happened in 1995. We are 19 years away from that, or no, 29 years away.
29. That's right. It's 2004.
Yeah.
Hey, Happy New Year!
We're coming up on almost 30 years of that joke being so relevant.
It's not a joke. It's like, what the fuck were you doing?
I mean, how bad are the references if it's just like this is worn out Jay Leno material, you know?
Well, didn't he go on Jay Leno?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. This is worn out. He was like, what were you thinking? That was his whole fucking thing.
Well, and so Godzilla -1, Godzilla picks up a prostitute and then is humiliated by his...
Okay, let me just finish this series of thoughts. So
Wonka was a musical, which is not advertised as such.
Is it a musical?
It's a musical.
It's a hidden musical. They don't want
musical.
Well, it's not been advertised that way.
I didn't know it was a musical.
You're
muted.
You're muted, Boston.
But The Hobbit was
they did not advertise that movie as a musical at all. Like
so why the fuck cares? It's a great movie.
I just brought it up. I mean, it's just
anyway.
I would be pissed.
The Hobbit's not a prequel. The Hobbit's not a prequel. That book was written first. So Lord of the Rings.
Okay, I'm here for it, Jay. Tell us more about.
Now you're bashing Sherry, so she's not.
I'm not bashing Sherry. I'm just saying it's not a prequel.
She's not going to tell you where the prostitutes.
It wasn't like J.R.R. Tolkien wrote Lord of the Rings. Was like, oh, we need to do that backstory of Bilbo. That was just the first book was the Hobbit, and then he expanded.
I'm sorry, Sherry. I tried to stop
Lord of the Rings.
He's just angry.
He's not wrong.
But anyway,
Wonka. Is Charlie in it?
No, because it's a prequel.
Oh,
he's a veterinarian.
But the thing is,
it's a prequel.
Something that if you've watched the Paddington film,
are the four grandparents still in the bed? That's what I
know.
But they're not. They're alive.
Something that Paul King does really well is he has a really great cast of characters, uses a really good story. And what this movie did so well is Wonka is there, but they don't really go like, well, then why did he become this or what? There's a bit of that, but it's just its own story.
Did you see it with the kids?
Huh?
Did you see it with your kids?
Yeah, we went the whole family. Went to go see it.
Did they like it?
Yeah, they loved it.
Okay, continue.
Shaking my head no for no.
You're shaking no.
I didn't like it.
But it was just a really sweet film. I teared up at the end, which I know is not too difficult.
How many tears do you give it? 1 out of 4.
You cheered up in Ferrari
because it was emotional. God,
like you knew the guy that died.
Out of all of them, Wonka teared up second most. Okay, second most. See, God, there's just so many fucking things I could do.
Balloons going by where you said tearing up.
This would have been more appropriate. There we go.
I was gonna say, that's much better. Yeah.
But what? Anyway, it's a really moving story. If you want to go with your kids, it's really good. But also, you should see Paddington 1 and Paddington 2 if you haven't seen those yet.
So are those a prequel to the Wonka?
No, I just think they're very much.
No, they're prequel to The Hobbit.
The Paddington movies are some of the best movies.
Wait, to be fair, is Chris still scrolling Elizabeth Hurley's?
No, I'm not. I didn't actually do it because my phone is right here, which is recording the show. So in a different direction, I did see a movie last week. I saw The Iron Claw, which is nowhere near the wholesome family style movie that Jay is just referencing.
What's The Iron Claw?
It's a fucking terrible story. A great movie. It was done really, really well. So The Iron Claw is about the Von Erich wrestling family in Texas. So back in the 70s and 80s, the Von Erich family was this up and coming independent wrestling phenoms.
Yeah.
But hello. That's not Jay, that's not fair. You can't just distract from my review by throwing.
I'm just saying, let's just check in with Elizabeth.
Can we just say those are better balloons, right?
Those are way better. Jesus, dude.
What is this? Elizabeth Hurley?
Okay, I will subscribe. You got my subscription.
Chris says Christ. My wheelhouse right here. God. I don't think it was in relationship to Elizabeth Hurley, but
good for her. How old is she?
Again, what was Hugh Grant thinking? That's all I gotta say.
So right. Iron Claw.
I want to listen to Chris.
He was thinking about laying.
So what's this movie called again?
Holy Jesus!
It's called The Iron Claw.
This family of Von Erichs
hold on. Let me do that.
A family of wrestlers, right? And for the Texas wrestling circuit. But the whole story is about this Von Erich family that has this family curse that everybody everybody dies. Everybody fucks up and dies. But it's a true story, and it's.
I think I know this story.
So the the Texas Tornado was Kerry Von Erich. He was in the WWF for a little bit, but his brothers, he had 5 other brothers, and the crazy part is that they actually left one of the brothers' stories out because it was so fucking shitty. Worst things happened to this family.
How many tears did you give this?
I did. It was an unexpected oh my God. I was that made me fucking tear up there for a second. And for anybody who's listening who saw it, it was the scene in which they met a very young boy on the fishing dock at one point in the movie. So if you see the movie, that's the scene I'm referencing. But man, it was such a good movie. Albeit the storyline is just fucking tragic, and you do not leave that theater feeling great. Oh yeah, yeah. So Zac Efron is the lead, and the dude.
Oh, now I know what movie you're talking about.
Yeah, he looks like He-Man.
Yeah,
it's fucking unbelievable. Yeah. That's another part of this movie where I'm just sitting there in awe that he transformed his body into that. It's fucking ridiculous. And what's his name? The Jeremy Allen White from the Bear. He plays Carrie.
Yeah, I'm seeing that there. Yeah.
So incredible movie, but it's incredibly sad. The story is just terrible.
For some reason I know this story. I don't know why. I know
you were alive while it happened, so you probably.
It was pushed out of the way from
Elizabeth
Hurley and the.
I was alive when it happened.
Hugh Grant fiasco. It was just like, fuck this shit. I'm just.
But Zac Efron, dude, like I didn't realize how good of an actor he is. Like he did a phenomenal job. I got to give him credit, and Jeremy Allen White as well, fantastic.
Oh, he's a great actor.
Such a good movie. But don't expect to come out of that movie feeling like good.
I got two that you do feel. Well, I guess maybe you don't feel it. So, on Monday, I went and saw Aquaman 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Nice.
Is what's her name completely out of it?
That was the saddest movie that he saw, so he cried the most.
No, I didn't. It was the wettest, but I did not cry. So literally underwater.
I thought we were talking about something else. Okay.
No, Aquaman 2. There's no Elizabeth Hurley.
Are you
in it,
sure you were by yourself?
I thought you were watching more Elizabeth Hurley movies.
This was Amber Heard. Was Amber Heard and Nicole Kidman?
She's still in it?
She's still in it. So she's in through the whole movie. So saying that she got cut out or whatever.
So they didn't cut her out.
No. It's like one of those classic internet things that happens now where just like some YouTuber says something and then some other shitty ass website picks it up and sources that as the reference, but they have no fucking clue. It's internet fucking sucks right now because people just make up shit and then it becomes.
Well, how many times you sit there and go on the internet and they say, sad news, such and such died today.
Yeah. And you're like, yes.
And it's like, okay, but they didn't actually die.
Yeah. It's basically if Jack was running the news, because remember if it was like two things on Twitter, it's like, oh well, it's true.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that was back. To be fair,
that's their vetting process now. I was like, oh, that's tweeted twice.
That was back in the day where it was. If it was tweeted twice, it was true. Now you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, how many people have been on Epstein's list that weren't on Epstein's list in the last 24 hours?
Anyway,
not Jimmy Kimmel. That's for
not Jimmy Kimmel. That's for sure.
Jesus Christ.
He was only hanging out with the Epstein's cook. So,
was he really on the list?
No,
he was.
I didn't think so.
Aaron Rodgers accused him of being on it.
No, Aaron
Rodgers.
Rodgers.
Weird though if Aaron.
What Aaron Rodgers said was
being on the list though.
He goes, "I'll break out champagne if Jimmy Kimmel is on the list."
No, that's not how it came out.
Well, I mean, come on, Jimmy Kimmel. How many times has Jimmy Kimmel made a joke that?
Yeah, but
no, dude, it was way more slanderous than that.
Yeah,
it was way more direct.
I mean,
Aaron Rodgers better lawyer up because he's gonna get a nice little libel thrown his way.
He is. Yeah.
But
Pat McAfee even apologized for
Pat McAfee.
Yeah,
the guy who was on the podcast with
McAfee. What the fuck is his name?
McAfee.
Because he apologized. He's like, I don't want to. I'm not. Please
like,
don't sue me.
Don't sue me. Sue him.
Slowly stepping away. Slowly back.
Do the Homer into the hedges.
Yeah. Well, why did Aaron Rodgers? Why? Because
Aaron Rodgers is an idiot.
Well,
he's a nut job.
He's a grade A moron.
Hey, I'm not gonna argue that.
Okay. Side tangent.
Yes.
A guy at work, huge Jets fan. He's younger though. He's maybe like 26.
Okay.
But the whole summer he's like, or even before they got Aaron Rodgers, like, we're getting Aaron Rodgers.
Wait, time out. For some reason I know this story. Why do I know?
Yeah, I did. I told you about the first part of it where he was just like,
okay. Go ahead.
And he was just so excited.
He bought it.
Aaron Rodgers Jets jersey. He was like, every Monday I'm wearing this. And so, of course, in Jets fashion, they chargered the hell out of his introduction. And he tore his Achilles, etc. And he was just like, don't talk to me. But before
to be fair, he did play he had 4 plays before he got hurt.
Before he tore his Achilles, this gentleman was like, I bet you $100 the Jets win the AFC East.
Which they could have if you would have stayed healthy.
Sure. And he was just so proud of himself. Like, sure, yeah, I'll bet you $100 the Jets win the AFC. So
hey, to be fair, Aaron Rodgers had a better year than any of the Patriots quarterbacks.
Well, they were tanking, so. But
it's awful.
No, they're just fucking terrible.
They're just fucking awful.
So I waited. I bided my time, and now the season's pretty much over or whatever. I was like, okay, so where's my $100? They didn't win the AFC East. He was like, no, that doesn't count. Like, because he got hurt 2 plays in, so that Nolan voids the bet. And I was like, well, wait. They fucking lost. You owe me $100. And he's like, no, it's null and void because he got hurt. You can't expect me to pay him on that bet. It's in the assumption that Aaron Rodgers would have played the whole season. I was like,
what?
No.
Well, you should have said, look, you had the number 2 overall pick take his place.
Yeah.
Number 2 overall pick a year ago in the 2022 draft. So what's the big deal? I get that he's not Aaron Rodgers, but I get he sucks.
You just gotta take the L. The guy choked. He died. Whatever. You lose.
Or you double and say, okay, I'll double or nothing next season.
Sure, that's fine.
Of course, Aaron Rodgers gets sued and he can't play. That's the NFL. Fuck the
but I was like, what do you mean null and void? What the fuck is this shit? Gen Z bullshit.
That's not right.
Gen Z bullshit is what it is.
Yeah. So he's not paying?
No, I mean, I didn't even give a shit about the $100 because it's like, whatever, I don't care. But the fact that he's so vehemently saying it's null and void actually makes me want to push it even more. It's like, no.
To be fair, if Rodgers would have been healthy, I mean, Rodgers, let's face it, he's a nut, but he is a good quarterback. I mean, he can sling.
Is he though? Green Bay Packers have the same record without Rodgers.
But the Jets have a really good defense. They just can't score.
You sound like this gentleman.
Wait, hold a second. Okay, sure. I have no horse.
No, you love Aaron Rodgers.
I don't love Aaron Rodgers.
You believe in all the things he believes.
I do believe in everything he says. Everything he says. I do.
Jimmy Kimmel. It's at Crackpot Jack 1.
I go ahead and sue me, Jimmy Kimmel, because I have nothing. So go ahead and sue me. I don't even have a football team, Jimmy.
He's like,
so go ahead and sue me.
I want just crazy. The TikTok. Dude, I need that's mine.
Like he's like, the attention will draw more views to his sports channel. Just fucking sue me, please.
Sue me, yeah. Sue me, Jimmy. Sue me.
This is my golden ticket. God damn it, sue me.
I got a golden ticket.
I'm better than Charlie.
Did they sing that song?
And my grandparents are dead, so they're not laying on a bed.
No, they did sing. There were all new songs. New songs were fun, and they did have one classic Wonka song that was in there in a really emotional way. That's when I started really crying.
I won't go see it. So what is it?
No, I'm not gonna spoil it. Just go see the movie. If it's on TV, watch it.
I did see the one with what's his name?
It's much better than the Johnny Depp
husband.
Okay,
Amber Heard's ex-husband.
Amber Heard's yeah. Okay, so Aquaman
really dark. You have the most ass work. What you know what I mean?
Ass backwards.
Thank you.
Go for the ass work. Matt's ass work is the name of
Matt's
this fucking
ass work is
why do I say one
really
thing?
Nice.
One thing.
Because you said because you used the combination of ass and work. That was the one thing you needed to say.
Work it to me, baby. I got the grandkids singing that now.
Oh, good. Maybe you could have them sing the commercial.
Oh, that's right. Nice. At this time, we're going to take a commercial break.
Cool.
Hey, right.
All right, we got that done.
Thanks, Matt, for paying attention.
Okay, so Aquaman.
Has
everybody seen the first Aquaman movie? Maybe who's seen the first Aquaman?
I saw and I forgot it already.
I watched the cartoon when I was a kid.
If you like the first one, I think you'll like this one. The thing that's kind of crazy about the first Aquaman movie, it is the highest grossing DC movie of all time.
Wow.
Really?
It's made over $1 billion.
Wow.
Is it because my twin's in it?
Who's your twin?
Momoa, the star. Momoa.
You know what? You actually, I mean, not Momoa, but the other lead in it. What's his name?
Amber Heard?
No, not Amber Heard. IMDb this.
My wife doesn't think it's attractive.
You look
Jack's
more
a broken
like
record now. We just gotta pick up the
guy's the Ocean Master. I'm blanking on his name. But anyway, Patrick Wilson.
Oh,
You kind of look like Patrick Wilson.
I don't know who that is.
Like a much uglier Patrick Wilson. You know who he is. Let me see.
Wait. I'm a much uglier Patrick Wilson.
Much uglier. But if you had to be compared to like one you kind of look like a slightly receding hair. Well, when you said slightly receding hair,
I gotta look.
White guy. Right? I think if you had
I could live with being him.
Right? I'm saying if you had a better jawline, a better nose,
he was on wasn't he on
better smile?
Wasn't he on what's that show called?
Pretty much better everything. I mean,
just not you that looks like you've been hit by a truck.
Again, just like take every feature that you have and make it better. That's what Patrick Wilson is.
Well, thank you.
He's been in a lot of things. He's been in stuff forever.
Wasn't he in what was that? Succession, the TV show. Was he in Succession?
Look, he's in The Founder.
Go back.
He's Night Owl in Watchmen, and
he's Night Owl in Watchmen. He's great.
Also in He's also in the 18.
He's married to some. He was in Midway, right?
He was in The Alamo.
I forgot the Alamo.
I'm just looking at random stuff that
he's in Prometheus. That's why I forgot he's in Prometheus.
Yeah.
Prometheus.
Isn't he? Isn't he married to someone?
I don't know.
I mean, obviously married to someone that we know.
But in this movie, it's he's 50-something years old, and he was jacked in this movie. I was like,
he was also in Fargo.
Fargo, yep.
Mm-hmm.
I heard the new Fargo is really good.
But
that's what.
Anyways, Amber Heard's in it the whole time, but she doesn't say much.
Did she poop on anything?
No, didn't poop on anything.
Didn't shit the bed?
No.
So
it would be like a Snickers bar, though.
So was it really bad, or was it tolerant? Okay,
yeah, it was tolerant.
What did you think about the most recent The Flash?
The editor should totally just put a floating Snickers bar next to Amber Heard.
It's a Baby Ruth. Baby Ruth.
You got it.
Actually, I like the Flash movie. I think the Flash
would have been funny.
Yeah, like I was.
To get up in the bed, there's a big poop there.
Well, the thing, I think
we're having
interesting
two different conversations. These two and this too.
DC this year is that they're in this weird position where
there's always just bubbles coming up from behind her.
Basically said none of this matters because we're having a new timeline or whatever, new universe.
They're just gonna rebrand the whole thing.
So all of these movies don't fucking matter in the larger scheme of things. They're just movies to be movies, which is
sad because it's like I thought the Flash did an interesting way of pulling a lot of the different.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that ending where you get to see the different Supermans. So
I thought the Flash is a good movie.
Yeah. And even if I hate the actor that plays the Flash
high five, Chris.
For such, despicable things that he was involved with.
Sure.
Oh my God.
But
it's a good movie.
We got Keaton as Batman.
Got Keaton Bats.
And that was just so good.
Flash the TV show?
No, the movie The Flash.
Oh, I didn't see it.
It's got Keaton.
I wasn't gonna watch it because that guy.
It's got Keaton as old man Batman.
But the actor who played the Flash was just disgusting. I couldn't.
Sure. You just have to get past that.
Yeah.
It's like listening to a Michael Jackson song. You're just like, okay, I'm just gonna let this guy beat it.
No, the Flash was good. Blue Beetle boring. Shazam 2 bad. But this one was dumb but fun. Like it was a fun movie. Okay. James Wan, the director, like he at least has a vision. And
Matt Treese disagrees with you guys. I'll be honest with you. I was laughing too hard. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
No, the Flash was good, Matt Treese. Come on now. It was good.
I have not heard one person say that, actually.
No, me either.
Really?
I enjoyed it.
I heard it sucks, so I'm going to go with Matt Treese.
And it has a great surprise ending.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What, it ends?
No, it actually has an emotional resolution.
Because I used to love watching the TV show, but after the fourth season, I go, right. This is just it's on a treadmill. It's the same crap
for at least for Aquaman and Flash, like they probably were shot 3 years ago, and then all these reshoots and all this kind of shit. So
because of strike.
They've been even before the strike.
I'm saying is because they had to stop filming because of the strike.
Well, no, I'm saying these were in the can.
Yeah, they were already in
years
the can.
ago.
They already had this stuff.
Was Amber Heard on the can?
Sure.
Just asking.
But anyway, The Flash I think is a generally good movie. It's not perfect. But.
Yeah. No, I mean
I heard
it deals with probably the most like
what is Matt
the largest storyline that you can
fucking everything.
Yeah, he does. I was gonna say, yeah, he does know everything.
Matt Trace knows fucking everything.
Yeah, you may know everything. Doesn't mean you know something's good or not.
Google, and then Matt Trace is just below it. Just below it.
Yeah. He's actually Jeeves from Ask Jeeves fame.
Again, being able to know a fact is one thing.
Is Jeeves still around?
You can't know opinion.
Okay. Well, I mean, these two chuckleheads. I mean, seriously.
Chuckleheads.
Oh, come on, man. Yeah. That was some of the best jokes we've had all night. The fucking bubbles.
Okay, let's get to my last movie that I saw.
Okay, last movie. And then, yeah.
How many
Godzilla -1.
The one you were supposed to take me to.
I'll go again. It was that good. So, if anybody grew up with, the Japanese Godzillas, this one's for you. I said let's go, and you kept like, okay.
I did not. We were at Christmas Day. You said, "Oh, it's not playing."
So anyway,
then your mom said, "Let's go see Ferrari." I said, "What's Ferrari?" She goes, "Shut up. We're gonna go see it." I said, "Okay." Just so it has someone that looks exactly
I didn't know if that was a scene from Ferrari or just your life. I kind of confused.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
it's the same thing.
She pulled out a gun, shot the headboard, and was basically like, "We're fucking going."
Yeah, so that's my life.
She's like, "Take the kids,
leave the cannoli."
Leave the
cannoli. But the whole premise is it's basically brings it back to post-war Japan. So it actually starts out like towards the end of World War II, and then it spans from like 1945 to 1947. And so you kind of have smaller, younger Godzilla at the beginning show up, and then you have the nuclear test
montage scene where he works out and gets bigger.
But you do have
he's running down the streets of Philadelphia. Is he running down the streets of Philadelphia?
No. But there is a nuclear testing. I think makes them bigger, in the Pacific. And so there's the Godzilla parts of it, which are really good, really good.
8-pack. Sorry.
But the thing that I think makes the movie incredible is
wait, the thing. What movie are we talking about here?
Godzilla. I said the thing that makes the movie incredible.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right.
It are the characters in it. Like it's a really moving story. About
this one too.
This one I cried the most.
Do you just bring like a box of Kleenex every movie you go to?
Totally called it.
This one I cried the most in. Just because
did you cry during Jaws?
No, but it actually is influenced by Jaws. The director said he was influenced by Jaws. There's actually this whole sequence that's very Jaws-esque. I will say.
You're gonna need a bigger boat. I mean,
kinda.
You're gonna need a bigger nuke.
Kinda. But basically,
is it Indianapolis the boat?
No, but it's the main character, the main protagonist, or no, main person on the
like
in
boxing.
it. He
had a
was
joke and it was muted. God damn
it.
He
does Hooper drive the boat?
No, Hooper doesn't drive the boat. But the main character was a kamikaze pilot. What was your joke? See, just like you guys just talk over each other. Like, how do people listen?
We're heathens. We are heathens. There is nobody in control. It's like mom and dad.
It's a madhouse.
It is.
A madhouse. I can't do Charlton Heston.
Each week is a different.
Can we get a better?
I watched Tombstone yesterday. I put that on, and the Charlton Heston in that movie, so good.
You can't go wrong with Charlton Heston.
You always. It's like it's the Wayne's World 2 bit where he just shows up and just fucking kills that scene. It's so good. But
so
anyway,
it's kind of like, from what I've heard, it's Godzilla Year One. Basically, it's like it's
kind of
So it's like the original Godzilla's. Like you're saying,
the best part is like Godzilla comes in like fucks up Tokyo, but the score is the classic Godzilla score. No, it's just it's just like it's amazing. It's amazing.
They say he's got to go. They say.
But so the main character is a kamikaze pilot, that chicken's out.
Wait, hold on. The main character.
So he's fucking terrible at his job.
Yeah.
Look, you had one job to do.
Yeah.
One job.
Yeah, basically. Okay. And then he kind of lives with this regret that he could have potentially killed Godzilla when it was smaller and easier to kill, and he didn't.
Oh, wow.
So he was supposed to kamikaze into Godzilla.
No, I'm not going to explain why.
Yeah.
But
I just like that premise, or knowing that premise, because that gives an interest.
Because he's basically he's lived with the trauma of World War II.
Yeah,
and you follow him as Japan's trying to rebuild. No, this character.
No, Jay. The
Jay.
This is Jay.
Jay.
You how about Matt K? Go World War II yourself, okay?
Look, we usually don't talk to our listeners that way. Who am I kidding?
So
all 6 of them are gonna be real pissed.
But then there's like this group of people. He gets a job trying to blow up mines.
For the greenest people,
leftover mines, and it's just this group of guys that are like they were in the war, and they kind of build this bond. And anyways, it's really good.
Japanese guys who were in the war.
Yeah, they were in the war.
Okay, so not a bunch of kamikaze pilots.
Is Walter White in it for 30 seconds?
What's that?
Is Walter White in it for 30 seconds?
No.
You're goddamn right I am.
But
dude, then when that movie came out, they billed that like he was Bryan Cranston.
Oh, sure,
a huge part of that movie.
Yeah,
and
he wasn't.
You go there, you're like, oh, okay. Credits are still rolling.
But if you haven't seen it, go see it. It isn't. It's a Japanance film. It's by Toho, the company that started. It's the 70th anniversary of Godzilla.
Oh wow.
So it is. It's a dubbed movie. Like it's subtitles. So it's not in English. But I think I don't know. Netflix I think has made us pretty adaptable to subtitles.
Oh, so it's subtitles.
Yeah. It's subtitles. It didn't bother me at all.
I've heard nothing but good things about this movie.
Yeah,
but at the same
incredible.
time,
that's why I wanted to see it, but I wasn't invited.
But here's the thing: like people who won't like this movie aren't the people who are going to go see this movie either. So I think you have a higher concentration of the people who are just going to love it, which is a good thing because they're Godzilla fans, and if the Godzilla fans are giving it the thumbs up, it's going to be a great flick. So I would like to see it.
It reminds me because the recent American ones have been fun. But they're not good movies.
I'll be honest with you. I've watched a couple of them and didn't, because I was a big Godzilla when I was a kid. Because you had Saturday afternoon.
Yeah,
I'm dating myself. Was Godzilla? The local.
It still was when I was a kid. They'd put it on Saturday afternoon.
They'd play Godzilla, and you'd watch it. It's just basically the same movie every time.
Right.
But he's blowing up these little toy. But you're watching because it's cool. And then we play Godzilla versus whatever.
King Kong or
the last one. The last one was pretty decent. I enjoyed
but I
it.
didn't like them because it was like.
Are you talking about Godzilla versus Kong?
Kong?
Are you talking about that one?
With the one with Bryan Cranston, right?
No, that was the one. That was just Godzilla.
That's the one I'm thinking of. I'm sorry.
Okay. The Godzilla versus Kong or Kong versus Godzilla.
Kong versus Godzilla.
I never saw Kong got bigger. I got tired of them.
I liked Kong versus.
Actually,
Godzilla.
I want to go find the old black and whites and watch them because they were.
So it's cool. So this movie's done so well, they're going to re-release it as a black and white, which is neat.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But Jack, I'll go see it again. If you want to see it tomorrow, I'll go again. That's how much I enjoy it.
I can't go tomorrow.
See, this is.
I have kids tomorrow. I got grandkids tomorrow.
I'm saying afterwards.
I got nothing going on.
Afterwards? What are you talking about afterwards? There is no afterwards.
See? Okay, here you go. It happened live. This is what it is. Like, hey, you want to go see me? I got kids. I can't fucking go anywhere.
I'm the kamikaze grandparent.
Are they out by 5 o'clock? I'll be fucking asleep at 5 o'clock. God damn it.
Hey, wait till you get old. You'll understand.
I can't go to the fucking movies.
Symmetry saying.
Okay. It is very Jaws-esque because it's like this thing they have, like this group of people have to try and figure out how to fucking eat.
Yeah. Well, in some of those Godzilla movies, I mean, they were, they always had the characters, the human characters, and you're always kind of following. There was always some little boy that was basically like, I'm gonna go play with this robot, and then it was just like, boom, he was abducted and he's on a turtle, and shit's going down.
Wait, we still talking about Godzilla?
Yeah, Gamera. Gamera was the turtle.
Okay, all right.
So, but like Gamera was a friend of the children, and he would let them fly on his back.
Well, that's cool. That's a cool turtle, man.
Yeah, but I mean, there was always like these characters, and either you cared about them or you didn't. And for the most part, you were just kind of like, let's get to the action. But I think to Jay's point, I guess, and I haven't seen the movie yet.
Jay had
a point. I think so. It was the fact that it was character driven, you know,
and that's what is the key to any movie or TV show.
Yes.
Well,
for sure.
Here's a little of a pivot
if
here.
you want to go tomorrow, 6:50.
6:50
Turtles. My son has started watching the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon on Netflix.
Nice.
Oh, really?
The 2012 one?
No, the recent one. I think like I'm not sure what year it is, but
it's 2024 now.
Whatever's on Netflix, I have no idea. But
there's multiple ones on Netflix, so it's important which one he's doing.
Is it?
It is. The 2012 one is the best one.
Your son is what, 5?
He'll be 5 in a couple months. Yeah.
Okay, so it's really important that he.
It is important
because he's gonna get so screwed up in life if he doesn't watch.
It's gonna be like watching.
He's got to watch the correct one.
Real Ghostbusters is so good.
But you actually just reminded me. I'm looking over your left shoulder. I can see an Optimus Prime over your shoulder there. And
wait, because just so you know, this isn't Optimus Prime.
Oh, it's not.
I see Pinocchio.
Magnus.
I see Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Sorry, I missed the rotary end girders.
Hey, did you see? I was going to send that
model. So
did you see the guy that was like his 9-year-old nephew or cousin destroyed his whole toy collection?
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Oh my god. I thought about you.
I programmed my car so when I walk away from it, like the locking sound is the transformer transition sound.
Oh, it's nice. So good. Very nice. I do have a bigger Optimus, but
that's what she said.
He was back here.
He's just wishing.
My Optimus Prime.
No, really. I left it at home. I got a bigger one.
That thing pissed me off.
What about the?
I have a vintage Optimus Prime right there.
Okay, below that Optimus Prime, though, the orange Autobot that looks like he
boombox.
Yeah, the
Blaster.
boombox. What was his name?
Blaster.
Not Master Blaster, not to be confused with.
Not Master Blaster, just Blaster. Okay. Hey, TIE Fighter. Oh wait, that's the TIE Interceptor, I believe, or it could be Actually, Matt, you know better. Is that just the Empire Strikes Back TIE Fighter one with battle?
No, because they just had the blue and the white.
Right, it was
from 1983, I think.
It's
the NES TIE Interceptor.
Yeah, if it had the pointy.
Yeah.
Does it have the pointy?
If you still had the things, that's a valuable piece.
Yeah. Because that's part of the later.
Yeah,
they made the inner. Oh, Darth Vader.
It's Vader.
Vader shit.
Okay, Vader lives. Actually, okay.
Vader lives. That was the buttons that people.
Oh had. Yeah, people had Vader lives.
I'm like, how the fuck did he?
Thing's all fucked up though. It's in shambles.
Well, you can don't break it because here's the thing, Boston. I can find you the other parts, and we could rehabilitate your childhood survivor.
Jay's like, bring it here.
Oh, Boston.
Jay just creamed his jeans.
No. Do you want to like bring it back to life?
He's seeing all of the parts that are missing, and he's
we can rebuild it.
Bing, bing. Like
we can rebuild them.
Yes, we can.
You guys have seen the $6 million man, right? Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Okay, snow speeder is kind of a pain in the ass, but
yeah, just throw that thing away.
No. It's still
no. Don't throw it away.
Well, it's got hardware in it too, like people sometimes.
Ooh, nice.
That's a
brought back into the fold because of
the man. What's really good for a podcast?
But it's missing the front doors
and nobody's talking about it.
Looks very cool though.
This is why you fucking watch the video.
Exactly. Subscribe to our channel.
Yeah,
You'll get notified every time we're doing a live show. And you can watch.
Ooh, nice. Very nice.
A great toy collection. What do you have in like a box? You don't have them wrapped up in like.
Are you laying pipe again?
Yeah, I got them from my my parents' house in a box.
They've been living in a box.
Living in a box.
And the hot setting and all that shit
there too. Our family, we had a lot of Lego sets. Over the Christmas break, there was a lot of a couple modulars. We got the Emporium, the corner Emporium. The older
very nice. That's a cool looking set.
My grandson
And-
got the Titanic.
What? That's
Ooh.
huge.
Yeah, it's
That's what
kind
she
of-
said, but it is.
That's awesome.
I got the Sanctorium, Doctor Strange Sanctorium.
Oh, very nice.
Because it's kind of a modular. It fits with the modular buildings, and as far as like a city build, it doesn't stand out. Like, hey, I'm gaudy as fuck. I'm the spider. What is it? The Spider-Man, the beetle, the bugle. So I don't like that the look of that build as much on the outside. It
I still have to build my UCS X-wing.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
you
so,
do.
That was Zach's big Santa wish, and at first both Colleen and I were like, "Fuck no, you're not getting that. That's too."
What did he want?
He wanted the Lego Titanic. He's wanted the Lego Titanic since it first came out. I was like, dude,
I'm waiting for him to finish it, and then I'm gonna take a block of ice and sink it.
So he's been wanting this, and then his cousin, I take it, got it.
No, he got it.
He got it. I'm sorry.
I was there Christmas Day. He was already working on it, even though he had malaria.
Yeah, he's glad he survived.
Where's he gonna put that boat?
We don't know yet. I'll have to make a new shelving system in his room or something.
Yeah,
but
they added all new shelves to our Lego section. It was kind of like a major overhaul.
I have an idea. Like, I made this whole shelving thing above his dresser, but I have another spot I could do like bigger, heavier.
How big? It's like what, 7 feet long or something like that.
No, it's not. It's not. That's the USS Flag. It's only 3 feet long, maybe. It's not small, but it's not.
It's 9. He was saying it was almost 10,000 feet. And he told me the exact number.
Yeah, it's almost 10,000 pieces.
9,900 something pieces.
He's been working on it since
I thought about
Christmas.
taking one out.
He's been out. He's been in New York for the past few days, but he's got it's basically 3 big boxes and it's in 3 sections. He's got the first 2 sections done.
Wow.
And he's got the rest left. But anyway, he kept begging to get it and all this kind of stuff. And
well, I remember you asking, should Santa Claus get it? I was like, well, I don't know how Santa Claus cannot get it.
Well, not me. I said, I was just like, okay, let's take inventory of how good you've been and how maybe not good you've been. You think you've really been fucking Lego Titanic good this year?
Which is probably no, but still.
Let's reflect. Let's reflect on our year, buddy. Do we think we've done that good?
I'll be better next year, I promise.
And so that was the idea, but he kept not doing it. He not picking anything else. And
he's like, just this.
So then when he's like, we went to one Santa and he asked for it. And then he's like, can we go to the mall, Santa?
And Santa said, you're going to shoot your eye out, kid.
Pretty much. But so he's like, if I ask the mall Santa, like, or if I go to the mall Santa, Dad, like he's going to do it. Santa's going to do it. And
because didn't he hold out for the mall Santa?
He didn't hold out. He's just like, can we go to the mall Santa, please? I have to ask him for the Titanic. And so
he's got his finger on the pulse.
Yeah.
Like
that.
He's
Like, I don't want to risk it, Dad. I gotta go to the mall with Santa. I'm like, okay, we'll go. Because usually we'll go to like whatever freebie things with Santa there. Like, go ask Santa.
Well, because he came over when they came over to that day to make cookies. He was talking about it. I go, yeah, I don't, I was like, because I didn't know what you guys were doing at that time because you were just discussing it, and I'm like, well, it depends if Santa can fit it in his sleigh. I guess I don't know.
I was just like, it's too big, like it's whatever. Blah,
goes,
blah, blah.
He's got magic. I go.
It's just like, yes, it's just like, you got magic. You can do it. I was like, okay, but
I go.
This is how you know Santa's real because there's not a chance in hell I would ever.
I said, what about the SS Minnow? What about
SS Minnow? Well, now he can pretend to be like Godzilla and pick up the boat. Be like,
So anyway, so we got it, or Santa got it, and so, but the thing is, it's like, okay, if he just rushes out, it's a huge ass box. He'll know it's what it is,
right?
And so I was like, what if we do the Christmas Story thing? What and like hit it somewhere so that he basically opens all his presents. And
but where do you hide that thing, right?
Well, exactly. So then the idea, I was just like, what if we left it like outside on the deck, like it was too big to bring in the house or whatever? And he just like got sick because it's big, it's heavy, it's like,
yeah,
it was a lot. Like Colleen couldn't pick it up. That's how big and heavy it was.
Jeez.
And she was like, okay, cool, we'll do that. So we wrapped the presents. And
how long was it outside for?
So this was the plan because I didn't want to leave it out all night. You know, it's misty and stuff.
Sure.
So I had an alarm set. I hid it in because our room, there's a sliding glass door that walks straight out to the deck right off of our room. And so I was like, we'll hide it in our room. I'll set an alarm for 5 a.m. I'll get up and then I'll set up the present outside on the deck, and then we'll go back to sleep, and then we'll go from there. So that was the plan. And it worked perfectly because he's opening the presents, and then he's kind of done opening presents, and just the whole time you can just see he's not excited, fit or anything, but you just see he's kind of just like
he's
fucking Santa was drunk and he didn't listen to me.
Fucking mall Santas never trust.
And you just kind of see, and they just like, it was just in his head. He's like, okay, I guess it wasn't good enough, yada yada. And so I'll shut up now and show I have it on film because we filmed the whole thing, but I teed up just the let me switch to loop back so you can hear it. Share my screen. I'll pull that in. You hear this? Hey, Zachary.
Yeah.
There's something on the deck. I just noticed.
Hey, what is that? It's not my door.
No, we're here right here. Sorry.
Wait, what?
What is it?
Jeez, that thing's so huge.
Oh my god! No way! No way!
You know, I hate when kids are always disappointed.
Right on cue. Right on cue.
What's Alex doing there? I never noticed that before.
It must have been too heavy to bring inside.
Oh my god! Oh, what? Oh.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Oh my god! I can't believe it either.
I can't believe it either.
There you go.
Well, that's a shame.
That's
I
awesome.
wasn't excited.
Thanks for sharing.
I hate when kids do that.
Yeah, it's funny because my daughter did that this year, and she didn't get the present she wanted. She wanted an iPhone in the worst way, and
Tough one. Zach's asked for that too. I was like, no,
you're not getting a fucking phone because all her friends all they do is sit around dance videos and post it on TikTok and get in trouble doing God knows what. And I'm like, no, not getting one.
Yeah, and the longer
you could totally tell. And I did have one of those presents, like the I forgot present. I had to go to my room. I go, but it's for Jackson. It's not for you.
Oh, ouch!
I didn't mean to do it, but I did. It was his Hess truck, and he was pretty bummed about it. I don't know.
Nice.
You guys have Hess trucks? You know what that is?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I know what an iPhone is.
It's getting faster this year. New Hess trucks here.
He's got all my old Hess trucks.
I know my oldest daughter, when she was younger, she always wanted a life-size Barbie or whatever.
My size Barbie.
My size, and she never got it because, well, Santa said no. If she gets that, then she won't get a lot of other stuff. And I would say, but why don't we? That's all she ever asked for. So why doesn't Santa Claus get? But I got, the whole Italian family. I get overruled. So it's like, I don't want to get shot at and killed. But she never got it. She never got. And then you
I found one though. I got her one a couple years ago. I found a collection and they had the same my size Barbie she wanted for Christmas. I have a picture of it somewhere, but
every Christmas you'd be looking. I'd be going, she's looking for that stupid doll.
I do love the meme that pops up every year for me. It's like I mark this as the 37th anniversary of me not getting the aircraft carrier for G.I. Joe.
for me,
Jay, don't fucking turn your camera.
I can show it right now. You want to see it?
I don't want to see it.
Well, he can turn his camera and show both of our Christmas.
Was Eternia yours? What was yours?
Mine was the AT-AT. I really wanted that AT-AT.
I don't have the vintage AT-AT. I don't have that one.
Always wanted that, and
I had that AT-AT, and it got sold.
But My mom was very crafty and delivered on Devastator, because the year Devastator came out, I really wanted Devastator, and she was so sly about it. She must have bought them all and then like given them or made, but she calculated it so that the different relatives had different pieces of Devastator, so that eventually after Christmas was over, I could build it. But I remember going to sleep just being like, I want to have that Transformer Devastator. And then being like, oh, I only got 2 parts. Okay. And Christmas isn't over. Maybe somebody else will have something. And then going to my aunt's house, and she had the 2 other pieces. And I was like, what?
That's pretty cool.
No, my mom she made up for the AT-AT, but the AT-AT was the one that I was like,
the white whale, the one that got away.
Mine was, I kept asking for a Schwinn bike. That was the bike back in the day when I was a kid, Schwinn bike, and Santa Claus brought me this tank. I mean, literally, it was like it weighed more
like
than
World
me.
War II kid.
No, seriously, it weighed more than me. It had the sissy bar in the back.
You got we have a Schwinn bike at home.
It actually came with war bonds in the glove compartment.
It could seat. The seat was so long it could fit like 5 people on the seat.
What?
I have a picture of it somewhere. It's huge. It literally. So when people, hey, because we lived up, I couldn't ride the bike up the hill because I couldn't pedal up the hill. It weighed. The rims were steel. They were metal, and it was in the back. Had a pipe in the back where people could stand on. They could stand up on, hold themselves up on the sissy bar like this. I couldn't do jumps like back then. It was Evel Knievel. I couldn't do that, but it is what it is. I mean, the thing was, we called it the tank because you could ride like 6 people, and if you put someone on the handlebars, you could put like 7 people on this bike and ride it.
And you weren't a big kid either.
No, I was, like I said, going into high school, I was under 90 pounds and only 4'11". So at that time, I was probably like, my sisters were almost bigger than me. They were like 2 years younger, 2 and 3 years younger. That thing, it was a cool looking bike. It was custom made, but it was so damn big. I could only ride it because we lived on these 2 blocks. And there's hills. And I wasn't strong enough to pedal the damn thing up the hill. So I could ride it up.
Cool bike though. I've seen pictures of that bike. It's a cool bike.
It's a cool bike.
I don't make them like that, really.
Yeah, no, it was a custom bike. It was made custom, but so it had shocks on it. It had shocks on the back.
Who made it? Like, how did Grandma Bev find some guy that made?
I don't remember what the
I'd
story
love to
was.
see pictures of this at some
I
point.
will send you pictures of it.
Okay,
I have them somewhere.
But it was my wife's Christmas wish was to always have a bike. And she is from a big family. Like, there's 12 of them, and all of her brothers would always get bikes every Christmas. There'd be a bike under the tree, and it would never.
Well,
be
they're
for
boys.
her.
They should be.
And so one year for Christmas, I made sure that there was a bike under the tree for her, just to kind of like, so. And it's cool when you come out and you see the Christmas tree and there's a bike there. It's just like, that there's, I don't know. So, well, Jack, did you get anything for Christmas this year?
I got 10 days off with no kids.
Oh, wow. That was pretty...
That was great. I got to tell you, that was probably the best surprise. It was great. It was like getting up and whenever I wanted and just like, oh, this is great. I don't have to change any diapers and all this fun stuff. Cause I had some crappy diapers today. It was like, oh my God, what are your parents feeding you?
It's probably what's behind you. This is an interesting, Jack, you always surprise me with your,
if you don't like it, you can do it.
What is it? Is it a curry bowl?
Yeah, I don't know if I really want to step back in the podcasting.
It's spicy chicken, I think, or something like that. It was the first thing I saw, so I just went with it. I just went with it.
I think you use is back too many times, like as if it's like the McRib, like it's just like
which is actually
I've never used this one. No.
Which again, it's crazy. McRib is back because it had a farewell tour. Like,
I know,
farewell.
I've only had it once.
Like,
I didn't like
great.
it.
I love it. Like it probably will give me cancer, but I do love a McRib.
It's like Paul Simon. He's like, this is my last tour, guys. And then it's like next
Our
to
share
promise.
and
It's like I'm back. I didn't think I'd be living this long, so I need more money.
Here,
I'm living this long because I'm not eating the McRib.
just need a little
Actually,
bit more.
Den Company as well, because there's rumors they might be getting a what do you call it?
A chill.
They might be playing at the Sphere, a
Gollum?
residency at the Sphere
Oh
in Vegas.
man, the Dead is a great one for the Sphere. Fucking.
I will
Oh
go.
yeah, that would
Actually,
be.
I don't know if I would want to be under the influence of anything at the Sphere because that would probably
Yes.
fuck you up.
Oh my gosh.
I will.
This is like
I'll tell you how
check.
it goes.
That would actually be pretty
We may
interesting.
never
Yeah.
see Boston again because, like, have you watched video of stuff like inside? It
Mhm.
just looks so like insane.
Yeah. And from what I've heard or read, even what the iPhone captures is not exactly what you experience.
Exactly. Well, yeah,
Like
it's
what
impossible
you
to-
see in there is even a higher resolution than what your iPhone can show you. So
Yeah.
It's on the Strip, right?
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
Which hotel is it next to?
I don't know.
It's been so long since I've been to Vegas. I couldn't tell you anyway.
Oh, it brought me back to the
I
Vegas
used to go
memory
2-3 times a year, but you know.
of going to Vegas. Speaking of like on airplanes,
Mhm.
some of my favorite memories, like when we were going to Vegas and we were playing poker, like in the seats.
Oh yeah.
Those are good times.
Good times.
Yeah.
My favorite times were getting there early and getting drunk, and then getting on the plane, being drunk on the plane, and then after 9/11, there was a bachelorette party. They were toasted. They were just drunk. Now we were drunk, but it was Southwest. We got that's when they used to have the plastic cards.
Oh
And
yeah.
I got number 1. So I was going, all right, how much is it worth for someone to get paid for number 1? And people are getting pissed off. I go, you in the back, how much you want for number 1? But the guy the flight attendant got mad at us. It was like 3 weeks after 9/11. He's like, oh, you can't do that. I go, do what? You know, we're on the plane. I go, literally, they're having a riot in the back, but you're yelling at us. So anyway,
In fairness, you all were pretty annoying.
no, we were fun.
You were to yourself. You were fun. Again,
We were
just think,
fun.
Jack, like 30 years younger, hammered.
At
with
least the
same level
jokes,
of
the jokes
and
would be more
thinking-
relevant, or would the jokes be 30 years old?
No, yeah,
No,
he was dropping jokes from the 70s and shit. Like it
Okay.
wasn't.
No,
yeah.
the jokes were like when I was 8.
Yeah.
I was like
Yeah.
30.
They're on that same level.
Can you believe Hugh Grant? I can't believe
Fucking
it.
Dean Spanos, he sucks.
Be honest with you, I did say Dean Spanos sucked when he was in San Diego. He was a terrible owner. Anyway, so you went to San Diego, and I was going to talk to you the last time you were here, but you decided not to be on our show.
I went to San Diego when?
I did.
That's
Chris?
Oh,
like a
Bob.
month
Jack's
ago.
passive aggressive way of saying we missed you.
Yeah.
So did you ever go
That's
to
his love language.
I
being an
never
asshole.
got the message when I saw the show notes pop up. I texted you guys like, "Oh, hey, did you guys do an extra hour when I was in San Diego?"
Did you do an extra show? And
They're like,
oh
"No,
wait,
we recorded last night." I'm like,
I answered you the next day when I saw the yeah, whatever.
You
fucking
know,
bullshit.
sometimes I don't even check. Like I don't have our thread notifications.
the
then I'll look down
discussion
and there'll
of
be
when the
like
show's
16.
going to happen is in text. It's
Yeah.
always in text. It's never in the Facebook Messenger. Facebook Messenger is where you put the link with the show. We coordinate the show via text. There was
I didn't
no
know when you were
text.
coming back. I did want to know if you went to go see Mark
I did
Hamill's
not.
Street.
I
And
did
Matt,
not.
and Matt said, "Why the fuck would he go see it?" He was just being nice to you.
I
Yeah,
did.
Yeah,
agree.
I
I
didn't
did
know.
say I called it.
Hey, who the fuck wants
I
to
didn't
go
know.
to that? Like, what?
You're
No.
fucking Star
But
Wars.
I did-
It's
I
right
did
down
have-
Yeah,
there.
but what relevance is that to Star Wars?
He was literally Mark Hamill.
You could call it
I re-
Star Wars Street, and it would have no relevance to Star
he
Wars.
was only like 2 blocks away.
Not
right?
currently.
No, he at the time
I
he
was
was in
there.
San Diego, he was only like 2
Oh.
blocks away. That's why
He
I
was only 2
suggested.
blocks away.
Yeah, but I didn't go. So
You said fuck off. I went to PB with an empty
yeah, I
beach,
didn't go.
checking out some
I
guy.
did have the best steak dinner I've ever had in my life, though.
Ooh,
Where was that at?
It's a restaurant called Remy's. I think it's relatively new.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
I know Remy's. Yeah.
Remy's beef and drink. I think it's called. Fucking amazing. Like
Where was this at?
My My buddy, it's right in a hotel circle.
Oh, okay.
There.
Did you say
And,
gents?
What?
No.
Did you sell your friends gents, or is it just for us? You always say gents.
He's asking you,
What?
do you call your other friends
Friends,
He's being
gents?
passive aggressive again.
Or
Just
do you-
ignore him.
Do you call?
Okay, probably. So we went to this restaurant, and
He doesn't know he says it.
but I don't know. My buddy's got
Don't
this,
scare him away. He hasn't been on the podcast.
42-ounce tomahawk steak, and it was just
Ooh.
fucking gorgeous. I had a 16-ounce. It was a Kobe.
Wait, someone had a 42-ounce. You had
Oh.
a 16-ounce. Pansy.
Yeah.
So the
two
tomahawk,
people
the
split.
bone is part of the
They-
weight.
They
I
split a
know.
42-ounce steak.
Yeah.
Oh, they
and
split.
I got a 16-ounce Kobe ribeye, and it was unfucking.
I'm getting hungry right now just listening to it.
It was, and you know what?
That sounds amazing.
In the entire place, not one fucking person ordered a pork chop.
Because the pork chop probably doesn't taste good.
So
You can
but
bash
I will
the pork
say,
chop.
if you're in the San Diego area, go check out Remy's. It is fucking unbelievably good.
Again, you guys keep bringing up the pork chop.
We'll be
was
there.
it was recommended by the waiter as the
Sure.
best
Can I will.
item in-
I've been on since I've shared this story where I one of the people that worked at my current job also worked at whatever Ruth Chris, and he also said the pork chop is the best thing on the menu.
Oh, okay. No, I
well,
don't.
it's not
I
even.
don't know if I
the
came
menu.
on and
It's-
said that, but he
it's
did
not
say
even
that.
on the menu. It's the best thing they sell. He told me, he goes,
It's still
the best-
stupid though.
When-
I
whenever I've
think it just goes to show how pedestrian Ruth Chris steak is.
Ooh. I get skeptical when I see pork chop on a menu. I'm like, what is this?
it's a pork
What is
chop.
this?
It's a pork chop.
You
You could literally cut it with a plastic knife. A plastic knife.
They probably would serve it to you with one too.
No,
Fucking-
Chris, I
that's
don't.
like-
Sherry asked, Ruth Chris or Angus Barn. No, it's Ruth Chris. Angus Barn, you do not get the pork chop. I tried it once, and it was absolutely god-awful terrible. I did go to Angus Barn over the holidays.
Yeah, no one
And
cares.
I know you went too, Jay.
I did. It's a Christmas tradition.
It was fun. We went at 8:30. Our reservations were 8:30 at night. We didn't sit down till 9. That's how crowded it was.
You have to book it during Christmas time a year in advance. So that's what when
We've
we
already
show
booked,
up.
we already
book
booked
next year.
for next year. You have
You
to
book it for a certain hour, and then you show up an hour before that, and you should be on time. So
No, this place is packed. I mean, it's
okay.
the best restaurant in town.
Because we made Christmas dinner at our house,
you
and
guys are just making me hungry talking about food, Because
but I went because I know Jack likes the crackers and the cheese, so I went to go
Crackers
buy
and
the
cheese
crackers
are
and
the
cheese just
best,
for it.
man.
What kind of cheeses do you like for your cheese boards?
Well,
It's
the Angus Barn ones they have a cheddar, like a hard cheddar, and then
I like
this
a good,
blue
yeah.
cheese. It's more of a
Trader
spread,
Joe's
but
has got
so
blueberry
good.
breeds. Too.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I have to stop because I'll eat too many crackers and cheese, and then when the food comes, I can't eat. Sorry.
We should also, we should stop for another commercial break too.
Another
yeah.
commercial break. Go
Let's
to
pull
Angus Barn. It's probably
put
the
me
best. Seriously, if you're coming to Raleigh, go to Angus Barn. It's the best restaurant in town. I've been to Sullivan's. I've been to Ruth Chris.
You've been to like 3 places in Raleigh, so I can't take your judgment.
I'm telling you, for atmosphere,
it's the best
service.
experience. It's one of the best experiences, but it's not the best food.
I wouldn't say it's the best food, but it's the overall. If you're doing everything together, it's the best restaurant. You will not be you go to Ruth Chris. You will. I mean, Angus Barn. Of course, Ruth
Yeah,
Chris
it's
is
the
excellent.
best experience,
And
especially at
their
Christmas.
Their Caesar salad is amazing.
I gotta take you to more places because there are a lot of great places in Raleigh.
Fuck off. Anyways, we're gonna take a commercial break.
Hey, I already figured that out. I think I'm going to go based on my numbers, not yours, Jack.
Oh,
okay.
Shit.
I just forgot. I didn't
Producer off.
I did.
things
Go.
that are well done. And I haven't told Chris this news. I
don't
know,
like well
Jack,
done.
you know about this, but Chris, I'm officially done with Star Trek. So
Really?
yeah, I've watched it all.
Congrats.
And
If you would have been on the last podcast, you would have known this, Chris.
Unlocked.
I know.
Which Star Trek are we talking about? The
all
new
of
one?
it.
Strange New
every
World?
single
All of 'em.
thing.
Oh,
All of the Star Treks, every single episode, every single
I
series.
don't think I'm caught up on season 2. Is that going on right now? Season 2 of Strange New Worlds?
Strange New Worlds is on. Are they on season 2? Because Discovery season 2 is kind of like Strange New Worlds season, like a prequel season.
0, yeah.
Yeah, which is maybe the best season of Discovery, by the way. My personal opinion. So anyway, I don't have to talk about Star Trek. I'm on to Doctor Who, watching the Who people
There you go.
and the BBC.
Are you going to watch all 50 seasons?
I don't know, but it's kind of some.
How many episodes are there?
I
per
do
season?
like a good background sci-fi
A lot.
show.
That's like
that I
one
can-
of those big ass season shows.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's not one of those 6 or 7.
No,
Well,
it's back in the 80s when they had like 40 episodes.
they
per
they
year.
had holes in their seasons too.
There was
Right.
missing episodes.
Mhm.
I watched it. I watched one season. I can't remember which one it was. I don't even know who the Who was.
Yeah.
But I liked it. But I was like, okay, do I want to watch from the beginning?
Oh, it's. I mean, I've seen some of the old stuff before, and really, it was just kind of Star
How many
Trek show.
episodes-
Star Trek show. My Star Trek binge started as kind of like a background show,
Mm-hmm.
and then just kind of grew. Well, let's go ahead and watch Deep Space Nine. Let's go ahead
Let's
and
watch
watch
Deep
Voyager.
Space
Let's go
Nine.
ahead and watch Enterprise, which was a slog. So, but I enjoyed them. It's a cool franchise. I love the world building that they've done. And if anybody hasn't watched Lower Decks, I can't speak highly enough about Lower Decks. It's a fun show.
I watched. I got some history shows there, and I watched Grant, the miniseries, and I'm going to save that for. I'm going to save that for Nick.
Oh, okay.
I was kind of hoping he was going to be here today because I really wanted to talk about it, but it's you know how he. Gets
I've been.
Let's not take him
on,
for
but-
granted.
Oh, hold on, I got you.
I'm on.
I'm drinking to that.
I'm on season 4 now of Suits. I'm obsessed with. The
Okay, this is the streaming
I was going to watch that.
sensation.
show. I'm
There's a princess
obsessed.
on it.
It does. Well, the Duchess, if you will.
Duchess, whatever.
And she's she looks incredible in the show too. I love this series, and it's one of those shows you start to love the characters, you start to love the people in the show. And this season,
Well, it's USA. We got characters.
Yeah, and one of the characters in the season I'm in right now, one of the characters has a huge personality pivot, and it's jarring because of how much they change in this one season. And I just want them to go back to normal, but they haven't yet. And it's become that show where I can't get enough of.
Is USA still around?
They kind of stopped doing original stuff, and now since Suits and so many shows got really popular on Netflix, they're bringing back their original programming.
They're like,
really?
let's see if we can do another Burn Notice.
I love
Pretty
Burn
much.
Notice.
I mean, I could see them rebooting Burn Notice or having you have a different figure, and then you can always bring in the other guy.
Well, you had what's her name? His girlfriend, ex-girlfriend. First, she was British,
Mm-hmm.
and then she's not.
I watched so much of that show with, yeah.
You know why I started watching that show?
Hmm.
I got it confused with Breaking Bad. People kept saying how good Breaking Bad was. I go, oh,
Okay, Burn Notice.
I'll watch it. I forgot. It both start with a B.
It's some chemical reaction.
But then I started watching. I go, I really liked it. I was doing a rewatch a while ago, and it's a really good. If you haven't seen it, it's a really good show. I love it. It has his mom is excellent in the show.
Yeah, the mom, and then of
Sharon.
course,
She was in Cagney and Lacey. Sharon.
and
Glass.
of course you got Bruce Campbell. I mean, his
Bruce Campbell. You
character.
can't go wrong with Bruce Campbell.
Yeah. So,
And then what's her name? Sharon.
I mean, really, to Jay's point, USA should really go for that. We've got characters kind of thing because we've talked about how
That was their tagline in the 2000s.
They had
characters.
Silk Stockings was on the show, right? They had Silk Stockings.
I never saw this.
My favorite show of theirs was Psych, like a big Psych fan.
Psych was good.
Psych. That's right.
Silk Stockings. There was the lead in that. He played hockey at our rink in La Jolla.
Did they also do Monk?
Yes, Monk too.
Monk. Yeah, I never saw Monk.
USA. Okay. Whoa. Hey, check out that Galactus. It's bigger than Pinocchio.
Also been watching World War II from the front. It's colorized. That's when I told you have because you said Zach is into World War II. It's really good.
Oh, and that series is coming out soon. Is it out? Yeah, no. Late
out.
June, January.
Masters
of the Sky, Masters of the.
Oh, is that June? I thought it was coming out in April.
I had a question.
I'm looking it up.
Yep. Because I was watching Tombstone yesterday.
Yes.
Is Zach too young for Tombstone? Like, is he at the age now where it's like, all right, son, we're gonna watch one of the greatest westerns of all time?
He can watch it,
right? Yeah. Because Colleen said she'd never seen it before. I was like, have you never seen Tombstone?
It's violent, but it's not the worst.
Right.
I mean, when he goes off, starts killing people. I guess. Yeah. I guess. Well,
I think he would like.
He might be too young for that.
What? No. I watched stuff with Jack, like way younger than that. That was probably worse.
I mean,
yeah, you watch it. I would say go ahead and watch it.
I'm always surprised at what my son now finds ironic from his like 13-year-old teen, so when because we've watched like old Trek, we've watched old Doctor Who, we've watched old Quantum Leap, and some of those shows, like, he likes it for the time that it's in. Like, he's like, oh, this is kind of like, so for him, it's just like, this is just old 20th century.
Oh, God.
You know what I mean? Like, this is just late 20th century tales, that he just gets to kind of like see. And so he kind of likes some of the like, it's not perfect special effects or what have you. It's just kind of, So
I mean, it's kind of like how when I was a kid, I was obsessed with Back to the Future, right? Because you get to kind of go back and see that time frame. Because that was like, for me, Back to the Future was going back to that time where which my parents were like in high school or grade school.
That was the premise of the movie. Yeah.
But no shit. But the point I'm making is like
to make Back to the Future great was like I got to see like what my parents were like in high school.
Yeah.
I was out of high school for 5 years after that, so it's not I'm old.
I'm sorry, Chris. I was an asshole. Go ahead. Sorry.
Such a dick.
I know, right?
No,
he wanted to help you fix the Falcon.
Your son has that same mentality about wanting to go back and see the things from back in the 20th century or the 1980s, 1970s.
Matt K brings up a good point. If he still believes in Santa, maybe not.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay. Was he believing in Santa because that's the best way to get what I want?
Maybe. And if it is, then good on him.
Jack takes the evil granddad approach.
I'm just saying. I just think that he watches World War II stuff, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing more graphic or violent than that.
Well, like what's on Disney Plus, like whatever World War II documentaries on Disney Plus.
But still, I mean, it's still. I mean, it's.
I always wondered too, like
the worst of human nature.
Like, that's why he loves the Titanic. He's obsessed with the
worst
Titanic,
of human nature came out. I mean, the things that happened in World War II are so disgusting.
I'm kind of more of a like I think souls go on, and
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I always kind of wonder too, like the things that we're drawn to in our youth, is that like something from like, are we drawn to those things because we have some kind of personal connection, or is it just random? Is it just by happenstance that, it's like, oh, I have this, fascination with, I don't know, I'm just throwing out stuff. So I kind of wonder about that. Like, is he drawn to World War II because, he remembers?
Well, it's as bad as maybe. Well, I think maybe he did. Maybe he did.
Right. It's like, I remember when the Titanic went down, and then I fought against the Germans.
Is anybody out there? Get off me.
Okay. Well, I'm just thrown out.
No, I'm just saying, like, World War II. It's amazing that he is fascinated by that because it's like the worst.
Well, he likes the machinery of it. He loves the airplanes and the battleships, and he's loved trains and ships and planes since he was a kid.
Speaking of planes,
it's like taking that, like Thomas the Train, then it's just like
right,
it just kind of goes.
Thomas the Train and World War II are almost the same.
But you know what I mean? Like, it's just like the obsession of like trains, planes, and automobiles, and then
kill you.
And then you just go to like, well, in World War II, you had the big battleships and fucking warplanes and shit like that.
My son's Lego wish was like, or his list was the Lego airplane there's a big Lego boat that actually
Mhm.
floats. It's huge.
That's what she
So, but I mean, it floats.
I got you.
Like,
Hold on.
That's what she
it's,
said.
it's no Titanic, but it's the Explorer kind of thing. It opens up in the middle. So plane.
Oh,
boat,
that was his backup. That was his safety.
yeah.
on
That
the
was his
Christmas
safety. It is cool as a bathtub toy because
Mhm.
it does float, and you know
He loves the Lego boats that float.
Yeah.
At the flea market, I found somebody just had like a bin of just a bunch of the holes, those Lego floating hole, like for the ships.
Yeah.
So he has like 3 or 4 of them.
Oh, okay. Well,
Start him
So-
off with Butch Cassidy, Sundance Kid. That's probably a
Yeah.
safer
I mean,
watch
I'll
before
wait.
the
I'll
watch.
wait till he's ready for a tombstone. You know?
there's one, you know, like as a Lego builder and buyer of sets, you know, you get the big sets and you get some of the smaller sets. A really fun set that I got was the Indiana Jones airplane set.
Oh yeah.
It has breakaway
Cool
wings.
set.
It comes with the
Does the
Indiana
guy
Jones
get flat?
Senior.
Does the guy get hit by the blade?
So you got, you know, both Joneses basically and a little car,
Mhm.
you know. So it was a simple build, but it was a fun kind of, you know, yeah, kind of
Nice.
yeah.
I did watch.
Planes. I mean, it's like, who knew? But I was like, oh, this is cool.
I did watch First Blood for the first time in like at least 10 years. The other day, I was like,
Depressing movie.
it is depressing, but it's because I never liked the Rambo. After that, it got too.
Well, it became an action movie after that.
It'd be-
when, like,
because
the first one was like a commentary on the Vietnam War.
yeah, it was perfect. I
You
mean,
should
it was-
watch them all now that you've
I-
gone back. You know, just
I don't know if
like,
I could. I watched. I think I don't think I watched
A new
them all.
Crazy Hank series.
yeah.
I
I
watched.
recently reviewed Rambo movies, and this is what I
But First
found.
Blood is so good.
First Blood.
Yeah, but you do the other ones and it's like
Before the Blood. It's a
I haven't
prequel
watched
series
any-
about Rambo.
The
Yeah,
later
David
Rambos, the old man Rambos. I heard those were pretty good. The old man ones, like when he did Rocky again, he did Rambo again.
Oh yeah, yeah, they're
Oh.
good.
Yeah,
Right? I heard they were good.
No, the last one was awesome.
Yeah.
It was like it's everything you want all the action movies
Wait,
to
there's
be.
yeah, and then they're gonna make a Grambo, which is a grandpa.
hey, hit your First Blood.
Well, he's got the
I
baby
think-
on his back throwing,
I'm
you know,
not blood thinners.
throwing stars, and he's
Nothing
running
is
through
over.
the woods. So
No, but it's such a good movie. First Blood. I'm sorry.
he's wanted for being at January 6th.
Oh,
Like,
Jesus.
I don't think
running
I'm
from the
gonna
feds.
stop you right there. I don't think
it's
I
a
don't
TV
think- I don't-
show. It's
I don't
Grambo.
think I don't think Rambo would be a January 6th person.
This is Grambo. It's a
I-
spin-off spoof.
that's
It's
the
like
twist.
That's a twist. No,
Like how many people, like old people, are just like, Grandpa, why do you believe in this? Like, I don't know.
I
It
think
was
we-
fixed. The election was fixed.
It was
I
facts.
think we have a
Then,
series.
then we
here
find
that
out
could-
that Rambo was
we
on
could pitch to
Epstein's
Paramount.
list.
Oh,
So
shit.
there you go.
That's the cliffhanger for the season 1. Is you find that out.
He's
The whole-
on Epstein's list.
It's yeah, but it's called.
I mean,
It's
Stephen
called-
Hawking was on the list,
it's
right?
called
so why would
Grambo.
Rambo be on it?
He's a grandpa that got caught up in the January 6th conspiracy. He's on the run from the law. It's also a little bit kind of like the
So-
Incredible Hulk series. So he wanders from town to
So you're
town.
saying Rambo's wearing a red hat?
He is. Not anymore. It's actually
He switched his red bandana for a red hat.
A red hat.
no. It's
Oh, dude, can you imagine? He's just like, it's just
MAGA.
make America great again.
A bandana that says "Make America Great Again." There you go.
That'd be fucking hysterical.
and he's running through the woods, right? And he's got
And his
like
shirt says "Stop the Seal."
he's rocking like one of those little baby.
He literally
boxes.
just burns all the books at the locations he stops at.
I think this is it. This is our ticket, guys. If we do it like a spoof,
And to keep going, he just jams fucking horse medicine in his nose just to keep going on to the next fucking town.
there's a whole episode where he walks into a town and everybody's wearing a mask, and
He
he's screaming.
smashes the fuck out of a fucking like election voting machine.
No, he doesn't wear the mask, right?
Right? Yeah, he doesn't.
Oh yeah, no mask.
Because the sheriff.
Fuck your pandemic.
Because the sheriff comes and grabs him, and says, "Hey, I got to take you out of town because you're not wearing a mask."
Right?
Yeah,
there
totally.
you go. That changes the whole. Yeah.
Each week.
Are you vaccinated?
It's a different adventure.
I'm not vaccinated. No.
his actual end game is he goes and blows up Moderna at the last final scene. But then the final post credit scene, the guy from Pfizer comes up and is like, "We're still here."
This can happen, guys. It should happen.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It would be great if you could have Christopher Lloyd make a guest cameo experience of. Yeah, it's basically like, you know.
He was great in that. Was it Nobody with Bob Odenkirk?
Is he in Nobody?
Yeah, he's great in it. I think he's like Bob Odenkirk's dad or something like that.
Nice.
Have you all seen Nobody?
The one where he's on the bus,
no.
where he beats the shit out of everyone.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Christopher Lloyd's
in it. Yeah, he shows up and he like fucking has big old guns and shit. And he starts shooting up everybody.
That's what I'm saying. Because he would also be in the like. Yeah, they're not gonna take me.
And that's why it's literally like go see Nobody because that's Christopher Lloyd.
I've seen Nobody. I don't remember.
You don't remember Christopher Lloyd at the end of it?
I was shocked that what's his name? That was such a badass.
It's microchips in this DNA.
I remember when Marty came out. And he started the fire.
But yeah, Christopher Lloyd like,
didn't remember him.
He still got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
What do you do?
Jack.
Well, on that note, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, Jack.
Yes.
All right.
You gotta do the heavy load here. Lay that pipe.
That's terrible.
Thank you.
Lay that pipe music.
Lay that pipe music.
White boy, please. Anyway, we thank everyone who joined us in the chat. We're up to like 12 at one point. 12 people joined us in the chat.
You got a big, guest star.
I know the guest star.
So
tuning in.
I think we had Chris was here, our guest star, because Chris does the podcast once every 6 months. So
I think I'm on it more than Chris these days.
Yeah, I think so.
Fuck right off.
No. That's Pinocchio is like right behind you.
I think it's true.
I think he's zooming.
You guys
in
are just
Pinocchio
even for
because he's fucking lying.
Oh, you see Pinocchio right there?
Yeah.
I'm a real boy.
That was Mickey Mouse. I apologize.
I'm glad to have been invited.
You can do that now, though. It's okay. It's public domain.
I sent the I've done it before, and you've joined us.
What?
Yeah, but usually we talk about scheduling via the text group.
But we had already talked about the week before. I forgot you weren't there.
You saw.
So you probably talked about it on the show.
You just ignored it.
We did, and it's just like okay. Chris is normally Googling when we're talking about the stuff anyway. So.
Jack had texted that week like, "Are we doing Thursday?" And I think there was like a thumbs up, and Nick may have said yes, and then that was all. And you may not have seen that. There's times in which I don't look down, and then like today it was like there was 17 messages because it was Nick's birthday, and I was like, "Oh fuck, I'm late to the party here." Yeah. So
the only reason I knew it was Nick's birthday is because Sherry made that post about how she was upset he wasn't going to be here today.
Oh,
I was upset again because I really wanted to talk about Grant, but
he'll be back next week, bringing his Grambo energy with his sidekick,
his Jan 6 energy. Yeah, that's what Nick usually does.
I'm just imagining like Grambo having this sidekick.
Grambo.
So.
I now can't watch that. I can't watch First Blood Night without seeing him with a mega hat on, a mega banner. When he pulls David Caruso sees his shirt come off, maybe he had like a mega tattoo instead of the scars. Maybe. Are you seeing
MAGA,
this?
not mega?
MAGA, whatever it is. That would be better, wouldn't it?
Sure.
I think it would be cool.
You have David Caruso, who I don't know how he was ever a sex symbol. I don't get it.
Right.
Because he's the one that does this, right?
Yeah. But seriously, how was he a sex symbol?
I don't know. I thought we were wrapping this shit up.
Anyway. We all froze now. Can you guys still hear me?
No, you
Yeah.
froze. It's like
I
you were
froze.
trying to.
All right, let's
Pump.
end the show since I froze.
It looks like
Anyway.
you're trying to blow up someone's mind. It's like this.
Movie clips.
Movie
clips.
I should have done that before we talked about the movies. I realized that.
Yeah. Movie clips. Yeah, you should have, but you didn't do it. Anyway, if you'd like to join us next, we'll be here next week.
Probably Thursday.
Here, probably.
Yes.
Chris might be here, but Matt and I will be here for sure. And then if you'd like to become a patron, go to janejack.com, click on the little buttons to become a patron. We're still looking for that first $1 million patron.
Oh, he's frozen.
I am frozen, but I can still talk.
It's like
But
these
anyway,
Cyclops from the X-Men.
we like to
now.
thank patrons that reach a certain level. We're going to thank Eckhart Rickner Glaffler, Maggie that Magnificent, Joanne with a Planet, Ed the creepy poopy letter carrier who got honored. It was on the news.
Hey,
Really?
congratulations.
Congrats.
Yeah, if you go on Facebook, he posted it. It was pretty cool.
Okay.
He's like the friendly mailman.
Huh?
Bullshit.
Mail carrier.
Well, keep eating those edibles, Ed.
There you go. Anyway, that's all we got. Thanks, Jay, for joining us. Thanks, Chris, for joining us. And we're out of here. Hasta luego. And
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I can't end the fucking show because I just lost. There we go.
It's still going. It's still recording.
There we
Over
go.
here. Oh, he's back.